Welcome to my channel, Car Guide UK. This is where you have to get up and fix it. Please subscribe and remember to click the bell if you want more videos like this. What's up guys, and welcome to how to strip down a caliper. So this is from an Audi A3 and I'm going to strip the caliper down. But first of all, what we're going to talk about, the bolts that are holding this on to the main carrier itself are these ones here. So there's two bolts here, and as you can see they're pretty rusty. These are 22mm bolts. So once you've got those out, you'll be able to take those out of the vehicle, just like so. And then you will be able to slide this off the brake disc. The brake disc will go in here, and then you can slide it off. As you can see, there is a retainer. We're going to show you how to do the retainer, the brake pads, also how to take the piston out of the back as well, and what you need to do it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get that retainer out. So you just need to pry off the edge bit here, and what that does is that just loosens the retainer. And you can get new ones of these, or you can go get this painted up, but that is the retainer holding that on. Just going to pop that to the side. The next thing that we have, you'll probably be better off getting a better screwdriver, but I've just got this one for now, is the brake pad that's in there. Is this firm first? So what we do is it's just slid in underneath the carrier bit here. So we'll just pull that out, and then we should just be able to remove that. So that's just slid into the main part itself. So they're coming out there. And then the other one that we've got is the other brake pad is here, but this has got a cable on it at the back. You just want to be a bit careful when you're trying to remove this one, when you're trying to take it out. And the reason I say that is because the carrier will be in the way. So if you just pull the carrier forward like so, as you can see, I'll show you how the pad is held in place. So as you can see there, it is just into this groove here, and it's very messy indeed. And what I need to do is just put a bit of force into this. So I'm just going to move the caliper over there. And any brake fluid that's going to get on stuff, if you're going to get brake fluid on things, you want to be really careful, because brake fluid is corrosive and it will break or burn anything that's there. So just be really careful if you have any brake fluid. Right, so I'm just getting that under there. So that is slid into here. So everything slides into something, and that is the bit that pushes in to the piston here. So as you can see, there's the piston there. So take that out of the way. This part of the carrier here is now removed. So the caliper is now being stripped right down. We haven't really got much left on here to take apart. So on the back here, if you just pop those out, there's little caps on the back there. Just remove the little caps on both sides. And I'm going to send these off to sandblast. So these cost £10 to have them sandblasted. It's really cheap. It's very inexpensive. And I will paint these up lime green, so they're going to look really nice. There will be a video coming of how to paint them lime green, and also how to put a new kit back in here, a new piston kit back in here, doing it by yourself. So what you need to do is you just need to get in there and push that rubber all the way through. The only reason I'm not really caring too much for this rubber is because I've got a new one. But if you haven't, then just take it out a little bit more careful than this. But as you can see, to get a whole kit is about £11, so they're pretty cheap and they're not expensive at all. So you just got to give it a good tug. But the only thing is, when you be careful doing this, because it's very, very rusty. You don't want to flick rust in your eye, so if you can wear goggles if you want to, but there's one of them. And then on this side, what we're going to do is just get in here, break that seal, and slide it out. There you go, and then that's now removed. The next thing we need to get out, we need to take out the piston itself. As you can see, it's already pushed out a little bit. And then the sizes we will need on the back here. So this is a 12mm, which is just there. And that should go, is that the 12mm? I think there's, yeah, so there's a 12mm and 11mm. I think this is the 11. So the 11mm is the bleed one. so you can remove the bleed one. Don't take it out yet, just do that up so there's no air escaping, and then do this one up enough with the 12mm so you've got your little tiny hole right there. So as you can see, there's a little hole there, and that's what you're going to be using to push air into there to get this piston out. I'm just going to go grab my trusty little piece of wood, so I'll be back in 2 secs. So what I recommend doing is putting a little bit of wood just here so the piston doesn't fly out too far. Go grab yourself a bike pump like so. You just need to seal up that with a little bit of masking tape. Mark your hole where your bleeding hole would be when you're bleeding it, and then just spin that around. Keep an eye on where it's going to be. You don't really want it to move if you can help it. And then do that up, and then put your air line on there. So basically this is just a bike pump air pipe attached there, and then what we need to do, as you can see there, we just need to pump this until the chamber fills with air. Now the piston has decided to throw itself out of here, which is exactly what we want it to do. So it's even left a nice little round ring in the top of the wood there. But it kind of gives us an understanding to have a look at what it's like. So this is absolutely fine. We don't need to go get a new one of these. This will be perfect. We just need to clean it all up, and this can go back in. But we will put the seals kit in at the end when it's all been painted and everything. So we'll just quickly clean all this off and just pop that there. So that's the piston that's inside, and as you can see, it's now all hollowed out. So we've got so much rust on here, it's unbelievable. And then to get this kit off around there, all you need to do is just get another, we'll get the same screwdriver that we had, and then you can just, I'm going to ruin this because it's stuck on here. We don't need this, but it shouldn't be that hard to come off. But what happens is it seizes on. Right, so it's taken a little bit, but as you can see, I've got inside there now, and that is where you want to get. So once you've got in there, you'll see where it's seized, because it's here. There is a ring around it. So once you've got the ring off, you can pull that away, and that's the new bit that you're going to need. So that's got brake fluid in there, so careful with that. And then you'll see the chamber has got an inner ring in there as well, so we'll be replacing that too, so you can get rid of that. So all you need to do with that piece, this will all have to be cleaned out before it can be sandblasted. You just will need to remove that inner ring, which is quite easy to do. So that goes in the inside. And there you go. So that's just completely stripped down. So if you're going to go get it sandblasted, I would leave in these bolts. So leave the bolts and the bleed nipple in. You can just take that to be sandblasted like so. I would cover up, dry out in here, and keep this covered in here, because you do not want this warped or damaged in any way. So make sure you keep all that clean. But that is how you strip caliper on an Audi A3. If you have any questions, please comment down in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.